I saw this post on my Instagram page a few weeks ago and I thought I must show my audience how we can make something a little bit similar inside Canva in a not too complicated way. So if you're looking for a fun way to get attention on Instagram, this is the way to do it. Now you can do it by having two posts interacting like this one has, two posts interacting quotation marks, or you can do something that's a little bit different and put your own spin on this. I'm going to show you now exactly how to do this inside Canva. So hi, if we haven't met before, it is so wonderful to have you here. My name is Jacqui and I'm a graphic designer who is obsessed with helping business owners work strategically and cleverly inside Canva to create incredible brands for their businesses, incredible social media posts, incredible graphics that help their launches and their programs and everything they want to do to sell out and to scale. And so today I want to show you a fun tutorial around how to make this kind of really eye-catching social media post. And as you can see, it looks like there are two posts interacting with each other, but it's actually just one big tall reel that we're sharing. Now I'm going to show you how to make this properly, but on the screen now I'm going to show you my draft test versions of this. Now this one is not in the correct dimensions, so I'm going to show you from start to finish on how to make it properly, but just to give you a bit of an idea of some other things that we can do. This one here where it looks like the ball is dropping between the posts. So cool. And I got another one I'll show you on the next page as well. Got hearts dropping down from one to the other. It's actually quite easy to do. So firstly, I want you to open up a new Canva design. So create a new design. And you can go to social media and we're going to select a reel size. So if you just type in reel and look for Instagram reel, this is Instagram's tall video format that will show up in the Instagram Reels section and is great for videos. So if I click on that, it's going to open up a brand new Canva design for me to make this graphic in. Now, what I need you to do next is grab out your phone and open up Instagram. If you don't have Instagram on your phone, see if there's another way you can get this kind of formatting out. But for me, I'm just going to my phone and I'm going to screenshot something. So I'm going to go to my own Instagram page and I'm going to hit on a post. I'd probably choose a post of yours that might have done quite well so you can have some good interactions and stats on the actual design. So pick a post that you might have done that has done all right. I can't think of a recent one that I've done that's done amazing. So I'm just going to click on a random one. And you'll see if you scroll down, it's going to have all of the information in between. So what I want you to do is take a screenshot. So on my iPhone, I just have to press the power button and the up button of the volume and it will take a screenshot. If you don't know how to take a screenshot on your phone, head to Google, type in your phone sort and search how to screenshot in phone sort and it will give you a tutorial to do that. I'm then going to send the screenshot of that to my computer. If you don't have a Mac and an iPhone, you can email it to yourself, you can upload it to Canva from your phone, mobile app, however you want to do it. Just get the phone screenshot to wherever you're using Canva. All right, once you have that screenshot, head to Uploads, go to Upload Files and select your file. Once that's done, click on the image and it will insert it into your Canva frame. Then I want you to grab the top handles of this image. So you can see at the top here, there's this little rectangular handle. I'm going to grab that and drag it down to where I don't want to see anymore. So I don't need to see the view insight. So I'm going to go down to where the likes kind of start. And I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom and collect there. That's now going to create the spaces between my two posts. So I'm going to drag this image right to the edge, grab my circular handle and pull it down to the other edge. Now you can technically make your two posts any size. I would personally do kind of similar, but you could do a really small post at the top here that's like this and then a really small post down the bottom. For me, I'm actually wondering if I want to make this a little bit smaller. So I'm actually going to crop this image all the way up to where my note finishes and then crop this duplicated one that I've just made down to the bottom around here so that I can then have a smaller gap between my posts, so I've got more room for this section here and this section here to be a post. You can do this however you want to. You can even fudge these numbers if you want to. You could pop a text box over the top of these and change the numbers if you wanted to, make yourself look wildly successful. But I'm going to leave it here for now because I don't mind being honest. Next, we need to add in our two images. So there's two ways you can do this. Firstly, you can add in two separate images and kind of connect them. So if we go to our example image here, they've got a model up the top here and a model down the bottom and they've connected it through some water. So if you wanted to, you could go to Elements, or if you've got some photos of yourself, you can use them. And I could say pouring drink, go to my photos, you can even write woman pouring drink. And so you can do this with anything, like literally anything you can think of. Let your brain get a little bit creative here on how you want to do this. You can see there's lots of stock images that I could use in here if I wanted to. And then in essence, what I'd do is I'd add in one image at the top here. If it was not quite the right size, you'd just grab the rectangular handle to bring it across and it would crop it a little bit. And then you might want to grab, actually, I'm just going to use this one here for the moment, this one here. Bring that wide and then crop it to where I want it to be, then maybe bring it up a little bit. Then I can even duplicate this image. Come down the bottom here and crop it to there, and then I might double click and then I can change where the cropping is. So I've double clicked and I can then drag this image up to bring in my second section. So you can kind of see these two now looking like they're kind of interacting together. Then what I would do is connect these two with a stream of water. So this is where the tricky bit comes in. The tutorial I'm going to show you today isn't going to do this perfectly, but if you wanted to, you could even get like waterfall, toggle over to, so I'm just inside elements here, toggle over to videos, see if there's a moving waterfall like this one, make this really large, and then you could literally just crop this. So I can to crop it really quickly, I'm just holding down shift while I hold down on the circular handle, and that lets me do top and bottom. And I could grab this, pop this in between. Then I might edit the coloring of this to match more to the tone of the video. Edit, adjust, and change the temperature to be a bit warmer. And you can kind of see how you could play with that. Now this isn't definitely not perfect, and honestly you'd probably want to create the water coming all the way from the top to the bottom. So if I'm dragging this from exactly where the teapot is ending all the way down to where my cup is. So you can spend some time getting this perfect, but just as a rough show, you can kind of see that it's kind of going together. Not ideal. It's because the frame shot of the actual waterfall zooms on in, so by the time it gets to here, it's perfect, but it's not quite there otherwise. But that's not how I wanted to show you it. What I really wanted to show you was an even easier way to do this, which if I'm just going to duplicate this design, I made a second page over here. I'm going to delete my picture at the top and my picture down the bottom, and keep my in the middle sections. Now I'm going to stay in the video section of the elements, and I'm going to type in drop, and then I'm going to go to this settings filter and change it from being orientation, from being anything, to selecting vertical, and that's going to give me vertical videos, which is going to make this next step a whole lot easier. So what I might do now, this one here is kind of cute. It's got someone mixing a coffee cup, so I'm actually going to grab this image and pull it down so it's covering the entire page. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to crop this down so it fits my page exactly, just to keep things neat for some tricks I'm going to do in a moment. Now what I'm going to do is copy this, so copy and paste, so they've got two of them. I'm going to drag the front one so it's just visible at the top. I can refine this later. I'm also going to copy and paste again, so I've got a third one. I'm going to have one all the way down the bottom, and then one that I've cropped to the middle. So I'll just show you what this looks like. We've got one here, and one here. Now what I'm going to do is press background remover for my middle shot. So background remove, and then that's actually going to remove the background from my video. Yes, you can remove the background of video. This is obviously a pro feature. If you don't have this pro feature, I would definitely recommend using my initial prompt here, where you kind of do a more cheeky workaround. Whereas this one here, if I use a background remover, it's even easier. And you can see it's starting to come together now. So I've actually cropped these quite nice, but if you found they were a little bit off, you can move them. You can just change your cropping to suit where the background kind of ends, but I actually quite like where it ends there. And this one here, I'm just going to bring up a little bit so the post looks like it's that. Now if I move my playhead back to the beginning, I can then press play, and you can see that it looks like the top image is stirring at the bottom image. How cool is that? You can see it's a little bit lagging, but I think that once it is exported, it should work fine. And so now when I post this as a reel, it's going to look so cool when people look at this on their Instagram page. So have a play with that. See if you can have a play with different search terms, but finding the vertical video and splitting it into 3 is a far easy way to do things. You want to make sure that the top image makes sense by itself, the bottom image makes sense by itself, and there's something to kind of really have the background disappear from. So not all of these are going to work, but there are some really nice ones in here. And if you have a more specific idea, like I've just searched the word drop, you could search anything, but something that has the bottom slide and the top slide interacting with each other with something in the middle, I find is the best thing to do. So have fun with that. If you do this, please tag me on Instagram. My handle is whitedeergd, and I would love to see what you create and all the different ideas that you think of. Obviously, this is something that you want to try and bring it to your branding and match what your business is about. Like I probably wouldn't post this design as much as I love it, because I don't drink tea or coffee and it's not related at all to learning brand and design. But think of it strategically about how you could share something that's relevant to your business. And if you want to, like this beautiful brand that was our inspiration did, these are their own photos, these are their own models, and they've taken these images and done something quite specific. So you're welcome to try something like that yourself. And just another quick tip for you as well, if you wanted to have something that's kind of poured more specifically between them, you can even use Canvas. Like say for example, I'm just going to add in a very bad example of a water droplet. This is not a good idea aesthetically, but just to show you my point, say you had this water droplet. you can actually do little things in Canva. Like if I was to grab this and set it here, I could then click on this element, have it selected, this water droplet, go to animate, and I can press create animation, and I can actually drag this down. I could even do this if I wanted to. Blop. And that water droplet is now going to follow where I've drawn. So that's another option if you can't find two images that work together the way that you want them to. You can see that you can edit the speed of this. You can also edit if it's a smooth movement or a steady movement, or the original option. When you're done, press done, and then you can save this as an MP4. So all of these options, when you're finished, you'd press share, download, and make sure that this file setting is set to MP4. And then you can select, if you've got multiple pages, just select the one page that you are using, press done and download, and then that will download as an MP4 to your computer. You can then post that to your Instagram Reels. I usually send the image to, or the video to, my phone, post that to my Instagram, and you can add some audio into the background of that, add a great caption, and you have a really eye-catching post that people are going to be like, hold on, what am I looking at? And it's going to feel very trippy for them, and hopefully capture some attention so that you can share your business message. And if you're feeling a little bit frustrated with the way that your branding is looking, or you feel like you don't even have a very strong brand, I wanted to just point your eyes to a free challenge I have running at the moment called the Seriously in Business Challenge. It's a free 3-part video series that you can go through to help solidify what your business brand should look like, so that you can stop second guessing every time you post to Instagram or every time you make something for your business. You can have that brand clarity going forward, so you can look seriously in business. So thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next week for another tutorial. And if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video if you liked it. And don't forget that if you use this, please tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you create. All right, bye.